What's up, guys? We're back again with a fire reaction. So today we have, is TikTok gonna get banned in the US? So I can't wait to watch this one, guys. I really hope and believe that the US will make the right decision, guys. I'm not sure should it be banned, because I'm not really for banning anything, but at the same time I've heard reports, I don't want to be spreading any misinformation, but I've heard reports that TikTok spies on people and things like that from different countries, let's say. And I know there was like a lot of people actually in their Congress and Senate and stuff actually telling that was true. But for me, guys, and the average citizen, we'll probably never know. It's all speculation, but it'd be interesting to see what's going to happen. So a forced TikTok sale, this video is called How the Company Could Become US Owned. So TikTok is at a crossroads as US concerns about Chinese ownership grow. Some officials have explored the idea of forcing a sale to a US company. So the Wall Street Journal is kind of cool. They've actually helped me with my videos, so I appreciate that love and support. Let me know what you all think. Drop a comment down below. I don't use TikTok, guys. Personally, I hate it. I think it's shortened our, attention span. I just use YouTube, guys. And I also don't like being recommended and shown something straight away, because I think it produces fear in people. I like to choose and watch the videos that I want to watch. As much as I love America, I know a lot of people don't like America, but at least we kind of know that they're kind of on our side somewhat, somewhat. Some people are, at least. And, it's better than having these kind of different countries control stuff. But yeah, we're gonna see what this one says, guys. Let's get it, man. Drop a comment down below, stay free, and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let's go.
TikTok is at a crossroads. Concerns about its Chinese ownership have been building since 2020.
TikTok's been in this limbo for 2 years, and who knows how many more months or years it could stay in this limbo.
And a panel of US officials is torn on how to address them. If they can't come to an agreement, there's another possible solution: forcing TikTok to become a US company. Here's what it would take to make that happen, and why that move poses some big challenges. First, a brief review of how TikTok's data is managed, which is the main focus for US officials.
TikTok's this huge company, but it's owned by a Chinese parent company called ByteDance. They run several apps, but TikTok's probably their best known one in the world.
ByteDance itself is headquartered in Beijing and is owned by investors from around the globe. A Chinese state-controlled entity owns 1% of a Beijing-based subsidiary of ByteDance. Those connections are what some are worried about, and for a couple of reasons.
The first concern is that the Chinese government could order TikTok to hand over data about individual American users. So what kind of videos they watch, and maybe even their IP addresses, which could identify their location. The second big thing is the video recommendation algorithm. And the idea is that the Chinese government could order TikTok to control what videos Americans could watch.
TikTok says it is...
And that's really tough, guys, because they could be saying them to watch like propaganda, or they could be saying them to watch like stupid videos to like dumb down the population, which I think that's already taken place, guys. Honestly, I think the brain control, the manipulation has already been completed. Just me personally, guys. Like, there is no free thinking anymore. Nobody is self-reflective. Nobody is like a free thinker. When I talk to people nowadays, I love talking to people out in real life. I'm always quiet. I'm a very friendly, nice guy. Like, I'm super friendly. I don't want to upset anybody. But when I talk to people, I'm like, this person obviously is just not clued into like anything that's going on. Like, it's completely clueless, guys.
Already started to address some of those concerns. The company recently said that all US user traffic is now being routed through cloud servers operated by the US-based company Oracle.
Oh, okay.
And TikTok says that only members of its US data security team have access to that data.
Well,
but backups are still being saved to other non-Oracle servers in the US and Singapore, the company says. But it's phasing those out. As for TikTok's recommendation algorithm, that was created by its Chinese parent company ByteDance. TikTok says changes to the algorithm are monitored by Oracle before they're implemented in the US app.
So anytime there's a change to the algorithm that influences what kind of videos Americans see, they say that Oracle will have full access to see, what the algorithm does.
Huh.
A spokesperson for the Chinese Foreign Ministry said in a press conference in November in regards to TikTok that spreading disinformation and then using it to hobble Chinese companies has become a go-to tool for the US government.
Bro, they're saying that about the US government? I mean, guys, I'm not gonna lie. It could work both ways. We don't even know, guys. We don't know, guys. People like to speculate. I'm on Twitter. I'm speculating myself, but we'll never know, guys. That's the one thing, we'll never know what these people do with their information or anything. We'll never know, guys. So don't even try, man. You know, my personal opinion. I mean, you should absolutely try and know what's going on, but like, it's just so shady, a lot of this stuff. You know,
But some US lawmakers still want TikTok to have more separation from China. One option is a divestiture order, or a forced sale, which could cut ties to Chinese ownership.
The Chinese government would theoretically have less power over TikTok to force TikTok to do something like spy or control what videos Americans watch.
A divestiture order is what happened.
Like I said, guys, it seems very innocent to begin with. Like, oh, what are they watching? People dancing and stuff. But then that can be used to like psyop, psychological warfare, like do different stuff, you know. So you never know, guys. It can be used in really nefarious ways.
To the dating app Grindr in 2019, after US officials determined that the app's personal data could potentially be exploited for blackmail, since the majority stakeholder was a Chinese company.
What?
Here's how the process has worked in past cases. First, an executive body branch called the...
Dude, here's a funny story. We had a lecture in my college, which, I mean, should I be saying this on the channel? It doesn't really matter. But we had a lecture in our college, and he used to send like nudes and stuff to like kids, like in his class on Grindr. No cap. Bro, Galway is nuts, guys. I swear to God, no cap. She was crazy.
Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, or CFIUS, opens a case with the involved companies. This is the panel that's been talking to TikTok. It's made up of representatives of 9 U.S. departments and agencies, led by the Treasury, and reviews foreign transactions to see if they might be a national security risk. After CFIUS reviews a company or merger, it can make recommendations to mitigate those risks, which can include asking foreign investors or owners to sell their stake in the company. In extreme cases, it can also escalate the case to the president, who can order a forced sale. That owner then has to find a suitable buyer, usually one within the US. Then the buyer and seller might have to go back to CFIUS in order to get the sale approved. Grindr took just over a year after the order was made to find a buyer and get approval.
Couldn't they just sell to another Chinese company? Or another friend of the Chinese government? Like, you know, guys, come on.
The president never issued an order. But TikTok is a much bigger name, and forcing a sale could be more complicated.
There's been nothing of this scale, this popularity. Usually, you know, CFIUS deals with a lot smaller cases here. So this is like the case of the century for CFIUS lawyers in Washington, D.C.
A Treasury official said that CFIUS does not publicly comment on transactions that it may or may not be reviewing. Officials are worried about a number of challenges facing a forced sale. One is that the Trump administration already tried it.
They have till September 15th to make a deal. After that, we close it up in this country.
In 2020, that administration issued an order that would have effectively banned TikTok unless it sold itself to a US buyer.
That's crazy.
But TikTok pushed back and took the order to a federal appeals court, arguing that the deal denied the company due process. It was still tied up in legal issues by the time Joe Biden got into office, and the order was shelved as his administration conducted its own security review.
Bro. Oh my God. Bro, this is so shady. I can't even talk about this stuff, guys. They denied it? Oh. Bro, this...
But his administration could face similar pushback from TikTok if it tries to force a sale, and doing so could risk diluting CFIUS's authority.
There are powers based on having these vague, broad powers. And if they go to court, even if they win in court, a court might put parameters on that power, might define that power. Because the more vague your power is, the more powerful it is.
Even without legal hurdles, a sale would also need cooperation from the Chinese government, which has the power to restrict the exports of technology, such as TikTok's video recommendation algorithm.
If China does not allow the algorithm to be sold, then can TikTok continue operating in the US? We don't know. We're in totally uncharted waters right now.
While CFIUS decides what to do, some lawmakers have taken concerns into their own hands. TikTok has been banned on government devices in a majority of states.
Whoa, because I watched a video before and it said that TikTok's guidelines were crazy. I remember I downloaded it. I got rid of it now, but I remember I downloaded it. It said that you can take your information on all platforms ever, forever, or something like that, on all other apps. It said it can take information from all your other apps as well. Like, what? Like, why I even agreed to that was egregious, guys. I should have just denied that. That's crazy. That is a crazy power for an app to have. It can control your whole phone and every other app on your phone, and also phones to come as well. It's crazy. The terms and conditions for TikTok are, phenomenal.
And in December, the federal government implemented a similar ban.
The only sensible next step is for this Congress to act to make that ban across the board for all federal devices.
At least one bill has been introduced to ban TikTok entirely in the United States.
That has legal problems too. That could potentially face a First Amendment problem.
Yeah.
Can you actually ban TikTok from operating in the U.S., especially when it has more than 100 million American users?
While TikTok has
100 million American users, that's insane.
made concessions, including how its data is managed, to get to an agreement with CFIUS, talks are ongoing without a clear deadline.
Yeah, I think TikTok is the most BS app in the world, guys. Just personally, I absolutely hate it. YouTube at least is the biggest how-to app. At least people are learn things on YouTube, or at least it's like somewhat, educational. But also, it also is good for watching sports, and there's various other things that YouTube does. It's not just simply that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that, guys. I would probably veto to ban TikTok personally. But then again, guys, I'm not really for banning stuff. But if it's gonna interfere with personal security and stuff like that of people, directly, then yeah, let me know what your thoughts on that, guys, is, man. Stay free. I'll see you guys in the next one, man.